Cable 14 Local Sports. This week's Game of the Week is brought to you by
RDH Electric, contractors providing quality electrical work. Proud to be a supporter of area youth. RDH Electric, 800 East 12th Street, Hayes.
Since 1943, the people of Northwest Kansas have relied on the assurance of Blue Cross Blue Shield of Kansas for health and life insurance.
If you need it dug up, dug out, or just plain moved around, call M&D Excavating.
You always get less talk and more savings at Fisher Furniture.
Insurance planning, where you insure with confidence for business, personal, life, and health. Insurance planning, 3006 Broadway in Hayes.
Commercial Builders Incorporated has earned a reputation for keeping construction costs under control by building on target, on time, and on budget.
Walmart, always low prices, always Walmart, always.
See Carol Harfman at Harfman Accounting for individual and business accounts, accounting and income tax preparation, tax consulting, monthly record-keeping services, and payroll tax services.
Hayes Cable TV Company, Eagle Communications, locally providing cutting-edge technology and quality entertainment for pennies a day. Your local cable company, Hayes Cable TV.
The Strike Zone sports the best ribs, steak, and seafood you can find just about anywhere, and salads that are out of this world.
Life itself is a wonderful and exciting game to play. When that game comes to an end, turn to the caring comfort of Klein's Mortuary, Hayes and Victoria.
Give us a break. Kansas Mobile Glass, dependable auto, truck, and farm equipment glass installed in the shop or at your location anywhere in Northwest Kansas.
Get your business in tip-top shape with help from Clean Right Janitorial Supplies. If it's not in stock, they can have it for you in 24 hours. Pick up or delivered. Clean Right Janitorial Supplies, 1307 Vine, Hayes.
For dependable auto parts like standard ignition parts, Four Seasons heating and air conditioning parts, and high-grade emission parts and accessories, it's Oldham Sales.
Advantage Glass Plus does more than just windshields. They also sell and install air conditioners, sunroofs, cruise controls, security alarms, car stereos, and more. Get the advantage with Advantage Glass Plus, located just north of I-70 on Vine.
Build it or fix it. If it can be done, they can do it. No job's too big or too small for the Iron Men of Western Kansas. Steel Fabrications.
At Golden Plains Credit Union, the phrase, "you belong," is not just a slogan, it's a philosophy of doing business. Start your account at a locally member-owned financial institution and find out why you belong. Golden Plains Credit Union, an equal housing lender, member NCUA, located at 2702 Broadway.
Thomas More Prep, Marian High. Give us 4 years, and we'll give you a lifetime.
Katera's Mexican Restaurant says thanks for your continued patronage for lunch, dinner, or any occasion. Katera's Mexican Restaurant, truly one of Hayes' favorite restaurants since 1984.
USD 489, Hayes Public Schools. Educating a community for life.
When it comes to protecting your family and planning your future, rely on Tim Schumacher, a licensed insurance and investment professional. The New England Financial Group, 1001 Milner, Hayes.
Something's always in season at Sportsman Supply, 2520 Vine in Hayes.
At Chase Insurance of Hayes, the person who wrote your insurance policy will also service your policy. Chase Insurance, 14th and Main, Hayes.
The Mad Matter, preserving memories for a lifetime for nearly 20 years in Hayes. Framing and creatively matting pictures, senior portraits, graduation announcements, needlework, even memorabilia.
AA Sporting Goods, packed full of your favorite quality athletic wear, featuring Arnswear shorts and jerseys. Available at AA Sporting Goods on the Mall, Hayes.
For great appetizers, steaks, burgers, and sandwiches, it's Coach's, 13th and Canterbury.
The future's not that far away, and you'll be able to manage in the future if you manage your investments today. Your college and retirement funding specialist since 1937, the Meckenstock Group, 1407 Main, downtown Hayes.
Last year, the Thomas More Prep Marian Monarchs didn't waste any time in giving first-year head coach Gene Flax his first victory as they traveled to Ellsworth and defeated the Bearcats 8-0. Unfortunately, it would be the Monarchs' only victory of the year as they finished the season 1-8. The Monarchs were a young team then with only 4 seniors playing. This year, 10 seniors checked out equipment in what should be a different year for the Monarchs. Hello, everyone, from Lewis Field Stadium in the 1997 opener for the Thomas More Prep Marian Monarchs. We're underway here at Lewis Field. Monarchs receiving here. Wiley with the football, returns it to the 30. And the Cable 14 Premier Game of the Week is underway. Hello, Jeff.
Well, you introduced me this time. Good evening, Larry.
Well, I didn't even introduce myself yet.
Poor Larry Calvery. Oh, it's good to see football back again.
Jeff Durall and myself here will be bringing you the contest. We have cameraman Ryan Beisner helping us out. And we'll be bringing you tonight's contest between the Thomas More Prep Marian Monarchs and the Ellsworth Bearcats. And Bloom, the quarterback, makes the handoff, and I didn't catch it. Did you, Jeff? 20?
Well, to be honest with you, Larry,
21.
I did not do that. I'm kind of setting things up over here, and I kind of missed that.
Adam Brenner with the carry picks up a couple of yards for the Monarchs. Gene Flax told me before the game he wants to grind it out and use ball control. Last year, I believe the Monarchs took the opening drive, drove darn near the length of the field down in Ellsworth, scored a touchdown, added the 2-point conversion, and that was enough as they came home with the 8-0 victory. And Brenner once again gets the call. He gets it up to the 35-yard line. That'll be a gain of about 4, or check that, about 2.5. So it'll be 3rd down from there on the 35-yard line for the Monarchs. 3rd and 5 to go. And I hear a motorcycle.
There's a Harley on the field.
We'll try to set the offense here for you after this play here. Hopefully the Monarchs can pick up a first down. Bloom is the quarterback here under center. Takes the snap, and the handoff is once again, I believe, to Brenner. We'll check that here. No, Wiley gets the call. So the Monarchs are going to have to punt the football. It's 4th and about 3. Starting for the Monarchs on offense, Josh Werth is at center, number 68. Mitch Rupp is at a guard. Josh Kaberline is at a guard. Jason Dechant a tackle, and Scott Thomason a tackle. The ends are Ben Bollig and Chris Drees, and the backs, Brad Bieker is the slot back, Jason Wiley the halfback, Adam Brenner another halfback, and of course, as we mentioned, Matt Bloom, the quarterback. Bieker punts for the Monarchs. It's a high punt, hits one of the Monarchs on the helmet, Jason Dechant.
So it'll be spotted on the 35.
Is that how they work that?
Well, he touched it there, so wherever he touched it first, I would say that's where they have to spot the ball. I was going to say he had a good roll on that, but I don't think that's going to count.
Okay, so the Ellsworth Bearcats will take over as the Monarchs can't manage a first down on their first possession here this year. So the defense comes out, starting for the Monarchs on defense. We'll try to give you a little more information here since we've got a little more time now. 9:41 to go in the first quarter here, just underway at Lewis Field in the Monarchs home opener and season opener here.
We had kind of a shaky start there. Our cameraman, Ryan Beisner, looked over at me. We have a window separating the video room between where we're sitting, and pointing to a bee on the wall. A bee just happened to fly in right when
right when we were starting.
Right when we started.
At defense, starting defense, we'll check that here in a second. Let's go this first play here. At quarterback is for Ellsworth is John Kuzer. He's back to pass, and he finds number 81, Derek Ploutz. And he's run down by Wiley at the 15-yard line, so it's going to be a 10, 20, 30, 40, about a 45-yard completion there.
Big play for Ellsworth right off the get-go with a pass. Probably a few nerves down there first game of the season, Larry.
John Kuzer, the quarterback for the Bearcats. He's a senior 155-pounder, and he hit Derek Ploutz. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Even check and see if I have the right number there. Derek Ploutz. And so, 1st and 10. Inside the 15-yard line for the Bearcats, up the middle with the carry is Kirk Robeson, the fullback. He's a 160-pound sophomore. And I can see already, Jeff, I'm probably going to need a little help here with who's making the tackle.
Oh, is that my cue?
Give me a little time here, folks. First football game. We've been doing baseball and basketball, and it's going to take me a while to get back into the swing of things here.
I'm going to have to be honest with you. My eyes just don't work too good way up here. I'm getting older, you know.
And there's a handoff once again up the middle. I believe that once again was to Robeson.
Number 21.
21 for the Monarchs is Brenner. He was the ball carrier on at least a couple of the plays when the Monarchs were on offense. Brenner, the starting halfback on offense.
Playing a little Ironman football there.
And on defense, he plays the strong safety. And we still haven't set the defense here yet for the Monarchs. We'll try to get that here.
We'll squeeze it in there.
Third down, 8:11 to go here in the first quarter, and Ellsworth already threatening now, caught from behind.
By Mr. Brenner again? No, that was I believe number 12, was it
12,
not? Yeah.
And that's Tom Flax.
Is that another Flax of the Flax family here in Hayes?
You know, I'm being nodded to here on my left. I guess he was one of the starters. He starts at offensive linebacker, a junior 165-pounder. I'm sure he's probably some relation to Gene, and now Gene Flax will go out as the timeout is called here and talk to his players. And so I'm going to give this over to you, Jeff, to tell them who one of our sponsors are.
See if I can read tonight, huh?
Yeah.
Well, let's start off with RDH Electric. Contractors providing quality electrical work to schools, hospitals, businesses, educational institutions, community centers, and more. Lighting up your residential, commercial, or industrial life, RDH Electric is proud to be a supporter of area youth. Call RDH Electric Incorporated, 800 East 12th Street in Hayes at 625-3833, and that is brought to you by Bob and Ellie Hurl.
Cool. Okay, we're at 4th and 4 to go here. And it looks like the Bearcats are going to go for the first down. They are. The ball is on the 8-yard line. They need 4 for a first down, 8 for a touchdown.
It's a big play already.
7:50 to go. Big play right here. And he's back to pass once again.
Oh,
and he is caught.
Number 51.
Number 51 for the defense. That's Jason Dechant. Runs down the quarterback, John Kuzer. And the TMP Monarchs are going to take over, and that was a big play.
They needed that. Really, that changes the whole tempo there quite a bit.
Sure does. Boy, Ellsworth took the ball the length of the field, most of it on one play. And now the Monarchs have the ball back on their 15-yard line. The only bad news there is that they're on their own 15. Let's do the TMP offensive starters here once again. Starting at center is number 68, Josh Werth. He's a 200-pound junior. Number 64, Mitch Rupp, is a guard, 180-pound senior. Josh Kaberline is another guard. He's a 190-pound senior. Bloom's back to pass. He's got a man open.
Wide open. Good.
And making the catch.
A really good catch.
That's a non-starter. I've got to look on my other sheet. Jarrett Staab making the catch. Jarrett is a 158-pound senior, was not a starter tonight, but he goes in and gets a big play for the Monarchs, and them on first down. They've completed a pass out to the 40. So that's a 25-yard pass play for the Monarchs, and now they're on the move. Once again, Gene Flax said he wanted to move the ball on the ground, but he was hoping they could pass when they needed to. Kind of a surprise that he threw it on first down there. I'm sure he caught Ellsworth off guard. Wiley gets the call here, and he's pulled down from behind by number 81. Derek Plouts. Again, starting, let's see, I'll go back to the TMP offensive starters here. Jason Dechant, a tackle. He's a 215-pound junior. Scott Thomason is the other tackle, a 162-pound junior. At the ends, Ben Bollig is a tight end. He's a 172-pound junior. Chris Drees is the split end, 145-pound senior. And the backs, Brad Bieker, a junior, 145-pounder. Jason Wiley, back from last year, had a good year for the Monarchs. He's a 170-pound senior. Second 10 here for the Monarchs. And now there is Wiley breaking away. He could take this one all the way.
Oh, he's going to get caught right
He is going to be run down at the 21-yard line. And the Monarchs are on the move here.
He had a hole you could drive a truck through there, Larry.
Mark Coles brings down Wiley from behind. If he doesn't make the stop, that's 6 points for the Monarchs. So big play there for TMP. Comes with 6:43 now left in the first quarter. And each team has had one possession. The Monarchs are on their second. Splitting out wide now for the Monarchs is Chris Drees. And Wiley gets the call again. He was one of the workhorses along with Aaron Rohr last year. He had almost 400 yards rushing last year.
Now that's my kind of football right there, Larry. Punch it up the middle. Wear out that defense.
That's Flax type of football.
Just keep hitting them with it.
The halfback is, as you've seen, Jason Wiley, who's carried the ball the last two times. Jason's a 170-pound senior. Adam Brenner is the 177-pound senior. He's the other halfback. And, of course, number 14, Matt Bloom, is a 150-pound senior.
I don't know if you heard that big smack, but our poor photographer's still fighting that wasp in that room.
And Brenner gets the call. He's going to bring it down to about the 6. So he should have the first down. It's going to be close here. It's a first down for the Monarchs.
Grinding out that first down. Keep it on the ground.
Inside the 12-yard line at about the 11, the Monarchs are going to have a first down. 6:01 now. No score as of yet. We'll try to keep you informed on the score, as we do not have a scoreboard. Well, we have a scoreboard, but we don't have a scoreboard on the tube. No score as of yet. And there's a handoff.
Up the middle again. There we go.
In the ball game now for the Monarchs, I believe that was T.J. Gottschalk. I'll check that here.
T.J. Gottschalk is number 11. That is T.J. Gottschalk.
Yes, it is. 6'2" sophomore.
He was my old neighbor.
Gets the call, and is that right? He brings it down. Now the Monarchs now inside the 10, down to about the 6-yard line, just short of that.
As a matter of fact, he should have another little brother coming up, Luke. I'm sure you're familiar with Luke.
I've heard of Luke, I believe.
He possibly might see a brother combination when TJ's a senior. Luke should be a sophomore. So hope we can see that in a couple years.
And that would be cool. Bloom this time hands off to Wiley. Wiley takes it inside to 5.
Gonna have third down and what, about 3-4 yards?
Yeah. See where they make the spot here. About 2, I would say.
Long 2.
And only about 4 yards for the touchdown. As the ball is spotted at about the 4. 4:53 now, clock running. Here at Lewis Field Stadium on the 1997 Premier Cable 14 Game of the Week.
And is it nice out, or is it this air conditioning?
I think it must be this air conditioning. In the new press box here at Fort Hays State Lewis Field Stadium. And it's kind of different because there's Wiley gets the call. He fights it in. Jason Wiley gets the first score of the year for the Monarchs. He takes the handoff from Bloom and drives across that goal line, and the Monarchs are up 6-0. Comes with 4:33 remaining in the first quarter.
I think I saw a big smile on Coach Flax's face down there. That's the way to do it. Get down there and keep it on the ground, drive it in there, and put 6 up on the board.
Matt Bloom will try the extra point here for the Monarchs, I believe. We'll check that here. So the Monarchs go on top 6-0 here, as they did last year with the Ellsworth Bearcats. And there's the snap, and the kick is good.
There we go. There you have it, 7-0. Monarchs, it's a good way to start off the season.
Okay. 7-0 Monarchs from Lewis Field Stadium over the Ellsworth Bearcats.
It's time once again to bring you one of our other fine sponsors that are bringing this game this evening, Chase Insurance. At Chase Insurance of Hays, the person who wrote your insurance policy will also service your policy. Some insurance agencies switch you from agent to agent before the ink dries on your insurance contract. And at Chase Insurance of Hays, your questions are answered by the person who wrote your business in the first place. If you've forgotten to ask for at your present company, may I suggest Chase Insurance of Hays, 14th and Main in Hays. Call 625-2820. Ask for
Larry Schaefer.
Larry and Glenn and the rest of the staff.
Larry Schaefer, Glenn Staab, or anyone with the staff.
We had a chance to visit those guys today. And
cool dudes, aren't they?
Really good place. I had a really good time down there visiting with them. And I just want to say thank you very much for bringing you this game of the week.
You don't get any more local than Larry Schaefer and Glenn Staab.
You just don't. You cannot get any more local than those two boys. And we have, matter of fact, a TMP graduate representative there and a Hays High graduate representative.
That's correct.
The class of, 72 and 71?
I would guess you're just about right. Larry is the class of 71, and I would say Glenn is. Did Glenn graduate?
I didn't say that, Glenn. I like Glenn still. Boy, oh boy, wait till he hears that.
Kicking for the Monarchs is T.J. Gottschalk, as the Monarchs will kick off for their first time in 1997.
Did Glenn graduate? I'm going to tell him you said that.
He'll probably, he already knows now. High kick by Gottschalk, taking it about the 23 there by Ellsworth. It's taken by David McElroy for the Bearcats. And I'm still struggling here, Jeff.
What are you struggling with, Larry?
I used a football.
I just saw that the Wasp is no longer with us.
I thought I heard a smack over there. So we should be bringing you a little bit more better video now.
Now I can laugh because I'm not in there right now.
Okay, 1st and 10 from the 32-yard line here, or short, just shy of the 32. We'll call it that. And the Monarchs on top, 7-0. The touchdown run by Jason Wiley. About a 4-yarder.
Wrapped up by number 21,
and
Mr. Brenner.
Speaking of a 4-yarder, that was about a 4 or 5-yard gain there for Ellsworth. And you said Brenner made the stop there?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
He is just all over the field.
Seems like we're saying his name a lot.
I know it. Beautiful evening, Larry. Beautiful evening.
It isn't here anyway.
It's football time.
It's right. I'm tickled. And there's a handoff up the middle brought down by number 55 for the Monarchs.
Gonna be good for a first down.
Scott Thomason. Scott's a 162-pound junior.
You know what? I think we might have our cameraman. We have to do that white balancing thing again.
Yeah, I was wondering about that myself there.
You might have to flip down a filter
I think he just did. So it'll be a first down on the carry. Ball's on the 42-yard line. And so Ellsworth picks up their second first down of the ball game quickly. I don't know if it's their second. First of this drive, I can say that.
There you go.
Monarchs with an 85-yard drive to score their first touchdown.
Wrapped up once again by number 51 for TMP. And that would be, is that Jason Dechant, Larry?
I'm sorry, I wasn't listening.
Number 51.
I was writing down information. Number 51 is Jason Dechant, 6'3" junior, 215 pounds. Tell you what, there's some big fellas on that offensive line for Ellsworth. 245, 210, 210, 210, and 250 is their offensive line.
It's pretty good size for high school.
Well, it really is. And back to pass once again.
Just a bit overthrown.
Just overthrows. Kuzer just overthrows Flutes. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. Of course, he may not see this game anyway. So 2:41 left to go in the first quarter. Monarchs on top, 7-0 here.
Where I believe they have, are these new uniforms, new helmets for TMP?
I don't know, Jeff.
I don't remember that being on their helmets last year.
Could be. You might be right. Third down and about 11 to go here for the Bearcats. Kuzer under center, takes a snap and keeps it himself. And he's going to be brought down by, check it here, Thomason and Werth, Ryan Werth, on the stop for the Monarchs. .213 now, clock running, and back to punt is Ellsworth. Back to receive is, I believe, Bieker. And the punt is almost blocked. And
oh boy,
Bieker gets on this one. It reminds me of a game last year, which I'm sure he doesn't want me to probably say anything, but at any rate, and so I won't. He got the he got the ball back, so he was just a sophomore last year. I was really impressed with the play last year of Brad Bieker. Bieker's a 145-pound junior. And now let's compare. You know, I gave you the offensive line for Ellsworth. That compares for TMP. It's 200, 180, 190, 215, and 162. But they're getting the job done tonight. There's a pitch out to Brenner. He's fighting for get back to the line of scrimmage, and he just might have, and that would be about it.
Got kind of tripped up there by his own man, ran into his blocker.
Might even, they're going to give him about a yard gain. No, not even that, so be the same as 2nd and 10 here.
Well, they got about 75 yards to drive it. Let's put another 7 up on the board.
Saw Brandon Zimmerman, a 5'11 senior, 200-pounder, check in there for the Monarchs. And so 2nd down, and we'll call it still 10, and there's a handoff to Brenner once again by Bloom up the middle. He does get across the 25-yard line. Up into almost the 23, so we're going to be looking about 3rd and 7. Less than a minute now to go in the first quarter here, 54 seconds, and the clock is rolling, so we'll see if the Monarchs should have to get another playoff here. The 30-second clock is not running, but I'm told they're keeping that out on the field. And we'll see if the Monarchs, it appears, will get a playoff. 3rd and long here for the Monarchs. Let's see if they put it in the air. Bloom is back to throw. Got a man open. Oh, and he drops the ball.
Just didn't quite hang on to it long enough.
Chris Drees had it and just couldn't hang on to it. That was almost a completion.
Would have been good for a first down.
So the Monarchs are going to have to punt for the first time tonight. Or take that back. It would be the 2nd punt tonight.
That would be the 2nd punt.
That's right. I told you I was rusty. Rusty, I'm Larry. Oh, no. Okay, Bieker back to punt for the Monarchs once again. Coles is deep for Ellsworth here to receive it. Bieker takes his time, and it's off a fairly nice punt. This one does not hit one of the Monarchs on the helmet, although it got close as Brenner was down in that area, and it's down now by TJ Gottschalk down on the 44-yard line. So with 18.4 seconds left here in the first quarter, Monarchs on top, 7-0. Ellsworth is going to get the football back.
I think we still haven't gone over that TMP defense yet.
We haven't. Okay, defensively for the Monarchs, at one tackle is Jason Dechant, a 215-pound junior. Josh Kaberline, a 190-pound senior. We'll check the rest of them in just a second here. 1st and 10 here from the 44 for Ellsworth. Now a mess up on the
little confusion
on the handoff there, and coming in to make the stop for the Monarchs was Scott Thomason, with a few other Monarchs there. Mitch Rupp is a defensive end, 180-pound senior. Daniel Munch is the other defensive end, 190-pound sophomore. Linebackers are Scott Thomason. He's outside linebacker, 162-pound junior. Tom Flax, 165-pound junior, is the other outside linebacker. The middle linebacker is 180-pound middle linebacker Ryan Hoffman. I'm going to go to you, Jeff. We're at the first quarter break here, and the Monarchs are on top, 7-0 over the Ellsworth Bearcats.
Let's do it. This game is brought to you partly by Sportsman Supply. Something's always in season at Sportsman Supply. If hunting is your bag, you'll find everything from archery equipment to a full line of Browning firearms and hunting clothing. Catch the best fish with the best equipment. Maybe you need to stop in there, Larry. I've seen you fish. And ride away on a bike that'll take you around the neighborhood or across the country. At Sportsman Supply, you get more than just the equipment. You get the service and knowledge to keep you right where you want to be. Outside, enjoying it. Sportsman Supply at 2520 Vine in Hayes. That is brought to you by Carl Boldra at 628-2618. And the Mad Matter. The Mad Matter, preserving memories for a lifetime for nearly 20 years in Hayes. Framing and creativity.
Creativity. Is that it?
Creatively.
Creatively.
Let me try that again. Framing and creatively matting. I can't say that. Framing and creatively matting pictures. Senior portraits, graduation announcements, needlework, even memorabilia like corsages and programs. The Mad Matter also sells great prints and posters. The Mad Matter Frame Shop, 112 East 11th Street, downtown Hayes.
You do good work, Jeff.
Creatively.
Okay, we're going the other way here now. It'll be 2nd and about 9 here for the Bearcats from Ellsworth, and now we've got an official timeout. Is this a TV timeout? Take another one there, Jeff.
Well, I just might have to do that. Looks like they're discussing something
An
here.
equipment problem.
Let's go to your favorite, M&D Excavating.
If you want it dug up, dug out, or just moved around.
Call M&D Excavating. Bobcats, loaders, dump trucks, ditchers, graders, and boring. And that's not the kind of boring that you think about, Larry.
Okay.
For a complete excavating service, call Darrell and Vaughn, M&D Excavating, at 628-3169.
And thanks, guys, for being a sponsor.
They are some good guys.
2nd and 9 here for the Bearcats. Back to pass. And that one's almost intercepted, but it's Gabe Bailey brings it in for Ellsworth.
Nearly picked off. He had that read pretty good.
Defensively there, looks like it was Bieker and Flax for the Monarchs. And that could have gone either way. Unfortunately for the Monarchs, it stayed with the Bearcats. Monarchs are on top here, 7-0. We're just underway in the second quarter from Lewis Field Stadium. The 1997 opening of the football season, and boy, is it nice.
It's nice in this press box. Might be a little cold, though.
The pitch back. Whoa, and a
Big
nice hit there.
Number 51, was it?
Yes, it was. Jason Dechant, the 215-pound junior. And I don't believe I finished setting the defense here, so I'll do that.
I think you stopped at your cornerbacks.
What
Larry.
a nice hit there. Yeah, the backs, let's see here, are Brad Bieker's cornerback. He's a 145-pound junior. Chris Drees is a cornerback, 145-pound senior. Adam Brenner, a strong safety, 177-pound senior. And Jason Wiley, the free safety, 170-pound senior.
And that wraps up your Thomas More Prep defense finally.
Cool. Takes me a while sometimes.
Well, we'll let you slide.
Like I say, I'm a little rusty. Okay, and back to pass again is Kuzer. And now he's being run down by Brenner, and check that other one there. Looks like it was number 51 for the Monarchs. That's Jason Dechant, or was it 55? At any rate, that may have been 55 is Scott Thomason. I'll mention his name anyway, just in case I'm wrong. Good hustle there by the Monarchs. $10:19 left to go here in the first half.
Looking at about 2nd and 11 here.
3rd and 11.
Is it 3rd and 11?
According to the yard marker on the sidelines, and that's the one I'm going by.
Back to pass.
I would say that's official. And just overthrows. Brenner is on defense there for the Monarchs. Just overthrows Derek Politz. Plouts. So it's going to be 4th down and 11. And let's see what the Bearcats do. They're on the 40, just shy of the 45-yard line of the Monarchs. And they are going to punt the football. Back once again for the Monarchs are Wiley and Bieker. I'd like to see a nice punt return here.
I'd like to see it all the way back.
And there's a high snap. Brenner almost gets in there to block it.
Might have get a piece. Oh, he's going to drill him down there deep.
Ends up being a nice punt. Rolls out of bounds at about the 7-yard line.
Almost blocked.
That was close. Brenner got in there quickly.
This gives me a chance to read another one of our fine sponsors, Larry.
Do it.
Harfman Accounting. See Carol Harfman at Harfman Accounting for individual and business accounts, accounting and income tax preparation, tax consulting, monthly record-keeping services, and payroll tax services. Harfman Accounting at 2604 General Hayes Road, Suite A. That's in Hayes, Kansas, 625-2002.
So the Monarchs will start this drive from their own 8-yard line.
Got a long field ahead of them.
Or we'll say, no, call it the 7-yard line. They've already got one 85-yard drive for their first score of the year.
Tried one up the middle there.
About a gain of about a yard for the Monarchs. So the Monarchs look pretty good so far. Managed 7 points in the first quarter. And it'll be 2nd and 9 now for the Blue. Boy, this game is moving right along, Jeff.
It is. It surely is.
Seems like it's quick for a football game. I guess I got spoiled by baseball just a little bit. Back to throw is Bloom.
Long
He's
pass.
got a man open.
Wide open. He could go. He's going the whole way.
All the way.
That, my friends, is a touchdown.
Jarrett Staab, touchdown Monarchs. No flags on the field. No flags are on the field. That's going to be, let's check it here.
He started from about 92-yard pass play.
92-yard pass play. Matt Bloom to Jarrett Staab, and the Monarchs are on top 13-0.
I wonder if that's any type of record there, Larry. 92-yard pass for Thomas Moore. We'll have to look into that.
We'll have to do that.
You know what? We could probably take a look at that again. Instant replay.
I was thinking that same thing. That looked pretty awesome. Let's take one more look.
What do you say we wait for after the kick?
Okay, let's do. Okay, let's see who's going to attempt the extra point. It looks to me like they've changed their extra point kicker. Maybe they're experimenting. That looks like Ryan Hoffman.
And it's good.
And he makes that one. Maybe it was Hoffman that made the first one. I thought it was Bloom that was out there.
Okay, let's take a look at that touchdown pass there.
And while we're looking at it here, my apologies on the extra point kicker if I got it wrong the first time. Look at that.
I like to see that about, every possession.
It doesn't get any better than that.
That's one happy young man.
But I talked to Gene about how he's going to run the football.
Okay, a chance for another one of our fine sponsors this evening, the Strike Zone. And this one goes out to Jay, good close personal friend of mine. This is a place with food that is truly different. Over 74 menu items and the largest variety in town, with most everything made fresh daily, not pre-cooked. The Strike Zone sports the best ribs, steak, and seafood. And let me tell you something, they have some great steaks. And seafood you can find just about anywhere, and salads that are out of this world, served with muffins or breadsticks. Strike Zone has over 20 gourmet sandwiches, and they will feature delicious homemade soup every day. It's great served in a bread bowl. Dine in, carry out, or delivery. The Strike Zone next to the bowling alley, 2400 Vine in Hayes. Talk to Jay Kaberline. Big guy.
I just ate there the other night, too.
Good stuff.
Matter of fact, I ate there several times. Not the other night. I mean, several times in the last week.
That is good stuff.
So
I guess I could get a plug-in for the Strike Zone and Kurt Staab's food taxi. It's one of those that he delivers for.
Oh, that's right.
But I can't mention the food taxi. He's not a sponsor.
That's cool.
So I take that back.
Okay, 14-0 here, our score. TMP jumping on top of Ellsworth here. We're 8:57 to go in the first half. And the Monarchs are on top. TJ Gottschalk kicking off for the Monarchs.
That's a big boot.
Towards the corner, and it's going to go into the end zone. So it'll be a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20. Nice kick by TJ.
He keeps doing that all night, takes away the possibility of any type of run back. TJ's going to switch shoes there real quick.
And get back out onto the defense. So 80 yards away from their first score of the season is the Bearcats.
He better hurry up here.
Monarchs are looking good this year.
Going to call an official timeout there.
And the Bearcats had quite a few players back from their team last year. They only had one loss last year. They went 1-8. I believe their only victory was against Russell. And now making a good stop for the Monarchs there. A host of Monarchs in there, but I'm trying to see who, number 53, I believe, made the initial stop. Daniel Munch for the Monarchs. There was a few others helping out. So it'll be 2nd and 9 now for the Bearcats. Take away the big pass play by Ellsworth in their very first play from scrimmage. Now into, tell you what, a host of Monarchs again, but TJ Gottschalk came in there and decided he was going to make, that guy was going down. Ryan Hoffman also in on the stop there for the Monarchs. But take away the
big pass play.
The big pass play from Ellsworth. And
TMP's done a good job defensively.
TMP defense has played an awesome game thus far. 7:50 left to go. They're on top, 14-0 here from Lewisfield Stadium. On the Cable 14 game of the week, I'll mention you can see this game at 10 in the morning, 4 in the afternoon, and from 6 until 11 on Cable 14. Only on Cable 14.
Only.
Each Saturday.
Take the pass.
And that one's almost picked off. Wiley trying to jump in front of the intended receiver.
And they're going to have to kick from deep in their own territory, Larry. This could be some good field position for the Monarchs. We could just slap up another 7 up here really quick.
The Monarchs hold. They only allow 2 yards on that series of downs. It's going to be 4th and about 8. Lots of time left here to go in the halftime. Wiley and Bieker go back once again for the Monarchs. And it's partially blocked there.
That was a wise choice to let it go
there. That wasn't Bieker. That's, I'm sorry about that. Mark Shields, the ball carrier. And he gets about a 15-yard return, bringing it over inside the 35 to about the 31-yard line. So you're right, Jeff. We could be looking at another
very easily
look at pay dirt here for the Monarchs. Excellent field position. They started their first touchdown drive at the 15. That was an 85-yarder. They started their second one on their own 8. That was a 92-yard touchdown pass. Actually, they started on the 7. They had a 1-yard run and then the 92-yard touchdown pass. And now they start deep in Ellsworth territory here at the 31-yard line. Bloom pitches out to Brenner.
About 4 yards there.
Brenner picks up a few. Number 75 on the stop there. Jason Dolzel.
Or Dolzel.
Dolzel.
Larry, is that you beeping over there?
That's not me, but I hear that. Jarrett Staab checking in, so let's watch and see what Jarrett does. Jarrett did not start the ball game, but he has made a major impact. Let's see if they go to him again here. He splits out to the right. He caught that 92-yard touchdown pass from Bloom, but no, Bloom hands off to Brenner again. He's inside the 25-yard line. Looks like number 75 on the stop is Dolzal again.
Then he about 2 yards short of the first down.
Wiley checking back in now, and Staab will come back out. .6:15 to go here in the first half. 14-0. Monarchs are on top.
Adam finally gets a breather.
Can't help but think, yes he does, can't help but think the Monarchs are going to have a good year. With all the young team they had last year. Only 4 seniors last year. They have 10 this year. There's Wiley.
That was a good looking run there for the first down.
Sure was.
Right up the middle again, Larry.
Picks up the first down, made some nice cuts, followed his blocks. And just like that, we're inside the 20, 5:52 now remaining. Clock stops while they move the chains. And it will start up once again. And Staab is back in again. We'll see if they'll try to catch Ellsworth off guard here again. No, Wiley gets the call again, and he's going to be
the outside.
He breaks a nice tackle there, does Wiley.
It's a good effort.
And he manages to almost get back to the line of scrimmage, which is a very good effort considering it could have been a 3 or 4 yard loss there.
If we could have the cameraman zoom up on one of these helmets here. I still want to get back to that helmet. I just don't remember those emblems on there last year. Weren't they white helmets last year, weren't they?
I think you might be right. But if you're not right, see, then I'm okay because you were the one that said it. 5:03 to go here.
I can tell you're a newsman. Always use those safe words. According to.
Yeah, Jeff said it.
Attribute to someone else.
Okay, second down here in 10. We're going to call it 10. Brenner gets the call again as he's back in the game. And he gets maybe a yard, if that. So it's going to be third down here. Ball now rests on the 18-yard line. 4:15 to go. Clock's running here. Plenty of time for the Monarchs. They need to convert right here, but you can't help and think they're in 4-down territory unless they've got a place kicker that can kick a field goal from that far out. And there's a fake by Bloom. He's going to the air back.
Just
intended for Bieker, just over the outreached arms of Bieker. And so it will be 4th down. Let's see what Coach Gene Flax will do here.
Bringing in T.J. Gottschalk.
They're bringing in a T, so they're going to try for the field goal here.
Is T.J.
Tom Flax brought it in. Let's see who the kicker's going to be, and let's see where they'll spot the ball. Try to check it here. It looks like a little bit of confusion. They are going to try the field goal. It is T.J. Gottschalk will be attempting. Matt Bloom, it appears, will hold. And this is going to be almost a 35-yarder, and it's off.
Just wide.
Just missing wide to the left.
He had plenty of leg.
Yeah, it did.
Plenty of leg.
Boy, that took off. So an attempt at the 34-yard field goal.
And time once again to mention another one of our sponsors for this evening, Clean Right Janitorial Supplies. Get your business in tip-top shape with help from Clean Right Janitorial Supplies. They have everything, including floor strippers, cleaners, waxers, waxes, and sealers, trash can liners, janitorial paper supplies, cleaners, potters, hand soaps, and more. They got it all, Larry. If it's not in stock, they can have it to you within 24 hours. Pick up or delivered. Clean Right Janitorial Supplies open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to noon and 1 to 5 p.m. That's at 1307 Vine Street in Hayes, 628-1945.
Okay, the Bearcats take over with an even 4 minutes left to go in the first half here. They're down 14-0 to the Thomas More Prep Monarchs. Off the missed field goal there by Gottschalk, and now
So tackle was made by Mr. Brenner again.
Now Brenner was in on it. Flax was in on it. Monarchs again playing some excellent defense now. They do give up a couple of yards there, but with 3:39 now and the clock running, it appears they're going to go in with at least a 2-touchdown lead here. You know what's amazing, Jeff?
What's amazing, Larry?
Well, they got the ball on their own 15 and got a touchdown, on their own 8 and got or 7 and got a touchdown. They get it on the inside, just inside or just outside the 30-yard line. Nice tackle there. Scott Thomason threw his blocker away and got in there and made the stop there.
Yeah, it's back to that, what you were saying there. That's
going to be a
just
loss.
Football. That's football.
Well, they needed room to work, I guess. You know, they do say that, you know, in football, once you get inside that 20, it gets a little tougher, especially the pass.
That red zone.
It gets a little tougher there. Monarchs trying for the 34-yard field goal, but just misses to the left. Does T.J. Gottschalk. Now we're 3rd and 9 here.
There's
an interception.
For Brenner.
Brenner interception. He's going to take it in for the score.
That guy.
Whoa, my.
He is all over the field.
Adam Brenner, the 177-pound senior, cuts in front of the intended receiver, and the Monarchs are up 20-0 here with 2:30 left to go.
I think that's what you say, reading it like a book. We could take a look at that again, Larry.
That would be a good one to take a look at again. Let's do that right now.
Let's do it. You can see he just, he read it from the get-go. There was no doubt about that one.
And there's no question, once he picks that off, nobody between him and the end zone, that's a score.
And it was, and it is. And it's 20-0. We're going to take a timeout.
With 2:30 to go, we've got a timeout. Our score now is the TMP Marian Monarchs 20 and the Ellsworth Bearcats nothing.
This would be a good time to mention another sponsor, Thomas More Prep Marian High School. The Thomas More Prep Marian High, through the dedication of our students, parents, teachers, and alumni members, our focus is on Christian values and community awareness. TMP Marian reflects an atmosphere of home to its students, whether it's in a supportive school spirit at games like this one right here, excellence in academics, or fundraising activities sponsored by the Alumni Association, Booster Club, PTF, and a variety of student groups. It is the goal of faculty and alumni to search for excellence, which stands behind our statement, give us 4 years,
and we'll give you a lifetime.
That is right.
What am I good on that without reading or what?
you, my friend, are a guru.
Who's next?
I am.
Okay. Gene Flax out talking to his team after the timeout there. And now they're getting Monarchs, it appears, are going to go for 2 here. Up 20-0.
Be a good time to practice that. Get it in early in the season.
And they are. Brenner and Wiley are the running backs.
Go back for a pass.
Back to pass to Bieker. He makes the catch.
Just textbook.
Matt Bloom to Bieker for the 2-point conversion, and it's 22-0 TMP.
I'm really impressed with this Thomas More Prep Marian team.
Isn't it? This could be a fun year.
Gene Flax has done a really good job with these kids this year.
Hasn't he, though?
Well, of course, you know. I think, wasn't it me that gave him some of those pointers, or maybe I was just dreaming there?
Yeah?
Might have been a dream.
Well, I tell you what, Jeff, the program really, ever since another Gene Flax passed away, I believe it was in 1987, the program has gone down to where the last 2 years they hit what you could call rock bottom with 1 in 8 seasons. And now Gene Flax, another Gene Flax, who is the cousin of the other
original
Gene Flax. Well, I don't know that he was the original, but at any rate, comes in here in his 2nd year. And if anybody can turn the program around, Gene can do it. And so far, like you said, we're impressed.
I'm impressed. I'm really impressed. Well, let's see if TJ can boot this thing right back in the end zone again. They're giving a little more respect here, Larry. They're lined up about the 3-yard line down here on them.
2:30 left to go here. 22-0, Monarchs on top. Oh, boy, we might be in for a fun one tonight, Jeff. Another long kick, but this one's not going to make the end zone, but it does stay inbounds, fielded by Coles. He breaks a couple of tackles, but he's brought down by 34 and 11. Flax, or Gottschalk is 11. Ryan Hoffman, the 180-pound junior, is the other Monarch in on the stop. And so really the kickoff team did its job once again as they stop him on the 19-yard line. And so I believe I said this a minute ago, 81 yards now away from the end zone is the Ellsworth Bearcats, and it appears, you know, the reason I'm going to say this again because it worked the last time, it appears the Monarchs are going to go in to the locker room with a, you know, at least a 22-0 lead here.
It would appear as though they would. Looks like they're going to take a timeout here.
But, you know, the last time I said that, I said 14-0.
There you go.
We got a timeout on the field. We're going to re-kick it.
How about another sponsor, Larry?
Let's do it.
Steel Fabrications. No job is too big or too small for the Iron Men of Western Kansas. Steel Fabrications, build it or fix it. If it can be done, they can do it. In steel, stainless steel, aluminum, no matter what type of metal, on location or in the shop, they can shear it, roll it, break it, or weld it. Around the house, on the farm, in the oil fields, or at your business. Nobody beats the Iron Men of Western Kansas. Steel Fabrications, East Highway 40 Bypass in Hayes. Brought to you by Ron Romey and Mike Brule at 625-3075. And I was out there the other day, Larry, to get a shot of that place. They can do it.
You've had some cool shots out there.
It was kind of interesting. I've never shot welding before on video.
I don't know what the call was there, but the Monarchs are going to have to kick it again.
Well, they're back 5 yards, so it looks
okay. Coach Gene Flax does not like it. No, they're kicking from the same spot. Is that not where they
I thought they kicked from the 40.
We'll have to check that next time.
If I were a betting man,
I always thought it was from the 35, but you might be right.
Well, of course I'm
I didn't see any signal by the official.
I get paid to be right. That's why I don't get paid very often.
And we're still in. Now we're set to go. So, TJ Gottschalk will have to do it again, and we're going to give him a shot to kick this one in the end zone. He was only a couple yards short that time. Let's see if TJ can do it here. And he's going for the sideline. That one's going to be kicked out of bounds. Now that will be a penalty, I believe, or they can take the ball on the 35. I don't recall what the rule is, but it appears that's what Ellsworth is going to choose to do, whatever it is. We'll see here where they spot it here. So Gottschalk, who missed the 34-yard field goal wide to the left. He seems to be left-heavy, Jeff.
Left-heavy.
That foot, you know. Kicking to the left. He kicks that one to the left side. The last kick was to the left side, just stayed in bounds. And now the ball is going to come out to the 35-yard line. So good field position here for Ellsworth as they try to get on the board before halftime here.
And they've got 2 minutes and 30 seconds to do it.
To try to get back in this ball game. I don't think I've mentioned yet the Bearcats are coached by Guy not Guy Meckel. Guy's his brother. Guy used to coach my boy Jordan, or coaching. But Doug Meckel, whom I went to school with, that's why I get him messed up. There's a handoff and a
little miscommunication there, I would think.
I think there was. No gain on the play there.
Tackled by everyone.
Anyway, Meckel, I believe, graduated in 1971, or two, check that, sorry, Doug. Coached over at Victoria, took them to a couple of state championships, I believe. And he's in his second year, as is Gene Flax here at TMP. He's in his second year over at Ellsworth, trying to bring that program back. Again, they were, as the Monarchs were last year, 1-8. And they were looking for a quite improved team this year, and they may well be, just maybe not as improved as the Monarchs. 1:45 now left to go. It's second, still, we'll call it 10, after the miscommunication on the last play. And now going in and getting a hold of the ball carrier, Scott Thomason. He had a little help there to finally make the stop, but it was Thomason that made the original hit. But it is about a 3-yard gain on the play. So it'll be third and seven, excuse me. 1:13 now. Clock is running left in the first half.
That was a very quick half, or was I just not paying attention here?
This ball game is going, to me, very quickly.
There's a good
Once
run.
again, the ball carrier, Mark Coles. Several Monarchs in on the stop, of which one was Flax, or Gottschalk, T.J. Gottschalk.
Larry, when it comes to football, I'm from the old school. I like I said earlier, just straight up the middle. Run it hard.
Well, there comes a point, though, you know, I'm sure that's what, although Flax expected Ellsworth to throw a little bit more, timeout is called, so we'll go to you, Jeff, during the timeout here.
Let's do it. How about Gutierrez's Mexican restaurant?
Good stuff.
Gutierrez Mexican restaurant.
You know, we could stop right there.
Enough said, huh?
But I'll let you go on.
Gutierrez Mexican restaurant is proud to support today's game of the week and high school athletics. This is their way to say thanks for your continued patronage and Gutierrez for lunch. Oh, this is their way to say thanks for your continued patronage at Gutierrez. For lunch, dinner, or any occasion, Gutierrez Mexican restaurant, truly one of Hayes' favorite restaurants since 1984. Located 2 blocks east of 27th Street and Vine in Hayes. And I was also there this afternoon also.
That is a good place to eat.
Oh, boy, I tell you what, he fixed up a plate of stuff for me to shoot there, and mercy.
I can't believe you didn't bring some of that back to the studio this afternoon.
I was looking for a fork.
Or this morning, I should say.
I don't think it would have been really too appropriate to eat half that burrito there that was sitting on the plate, and I'm supposed to take a picture
You want
of it.
good, authentic Mexican food, Gutierrez is the place. Okay, 3rd and 1 here for Ellsworth. 47 seconds left to go here in the first half. Monarchs are on top, and there is a first down. The quarterback keeper, as Kuzer hangs on to the ball himself, and Ellsworth does pick up the first down, but now they need to call, and they do call a timeout with 42.9 seconds left to go. We'll go back to you, Jeff.
Back to me. AA Sporting Goods. AA Sporting Goods, packed full of your favorite quality athletic wear, featuring Arnswear shorts and jerseys made out of micro mesh, dazzle cloth, and the hot new Z-cloth. Lots of bad colors to choose from. Arnswear quality is used by major colleges and teams throughout the U.S., including right here, the home of FHSU.
And that time going back to pass was Kuzer, and he was trying to hit Gabe Bailey, just a little bit overthrown, or Ellsworth may have been on the board right there. 27.1 seconds now left. Clock stopped with the incomplete pass. So Ellsworth will have at least one more shot at it.
I'll try to finish this one out real quick.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know you weren't. You know, we got a ball game here to do,
I
Jeff.
know we have a ball game.
Okay, but go ahead.
And Converse sponsor teams of Oklahoma, TCU, New Mexico, University of South Carolina, Louisville, University of Arkansas, and Clemson. Irons were made right here in Hayes, Larry, and available at AA Sporting Goods on the mall in Hayes.
Cool.
The mall.
Okay, 2nd and 10 here, 27.1 seconds, maybe more important. And there is a handoff, and he's going to be stopped. I didn't see who made the initial stop there. We'll try to check it here.
It's like number 74
was Mike Kreitzer, a 190-pound sophomore. And he let him go nowhere. A couple other Monarchs in.
And Larry, that's going to, I believe, take us to half.
It sure is. So we've played one half of play here at Lewis Field Stadium in the initial Cable 14 game of the week. Our score is the TMP Marian Monarchs 22 and the Ellsworth Bearcats nothing. So it looks like the Monarchs are back in form in 1997. We'll be back in just a few minutes
For another exciting half of high school football.
on Cable 14 Game of the Week.
Cable 14 Local Sports. This week's Game of the Week is brought to you by
RDH Electric, contractors providing quality electrical work. Proud to be a supporter of area youth. RDH Electric, 800 East 12th Street, Hayes.
Since 1943, the people of Northwest Kansas have relied on the assurance of Blue Cross Blue Shield of Kansas for health and life insurance.
If you need it dug up, dug out, or just plain moved around, call M&D Excavating.
You always get less talk and more savings at Fisher Furniture.
Insurance planning, where you insure with confidence for business, personal, life, and health. Insurance planning, 3006 Broadway in Hayes.
Commercial Builders Incorporated has earned a reputation for keeping construction costs under control by building on target, on time, and on budget.
Walmart, always low prices, always Walmart, always.
See Carol Harfman at Harfman Accounting for individual and business accounts, accounting and income tax preparation, tax consulting, monthly record-keeping services, and payroll tax services.
Hayes Cable TV Company, Eagle Communications, locally providing cutting-edge technology and quality entertainment for pennies a day. Your local cable company, Hayes Cable TV.
The Strike Zone sports the best ribs, steak, and seafood you can find just about anywhere, and salads that are out of this world.
Life itself is a wonderful and exciting game to play. When that game comes to an end, turn to the caring comfort of Klein's Mortuary, Hayes and Victoria.
Give us a break. Kansas Mobile Glass, dependable auto, truck, and farm equipment glass installed in the shop or at your location anywhere in Northwest Kansas.
Get your business in tip-top shape with help from Clean Right Janitorial Supplies. If it's not in stock, they can have it for you in 24 hours. Pick up or delivered. Clean Right Janitorial Supplies, 1307 Vine, Hayes.
For dependable auto parts like standard ignition parts, Four Seasons heating and air conditioning parts, and high-grade emission parts and accessories, it's Oldham Sales.
Advantage Glass Plus does more than just windshields. They also sell and install air conditioners, sunroofs, cruise controls, security alarms, car stereos, and more. Get the advantage with Advantage Glass Plus, located just north of I-70 on Vine.
Build it or fix it. If it can be done, they can do it. No job's too big or too small for the Iron Men of Western Kansas. Steel Fabrications.
At Golden Plains Credit Union, the phrase "you belong" is not just a slogan, it's a philosophy of doing business. Start your account at a locally member-owned financial institution and find out why you belong. Golden Plains Credit Union, an equal housing lender, member NCUA, located at 2702 Broadway.
Thomas More Prep, Marian High. Give us 4 years, and we'll give you a lifetime.
Katera's Mexican Restaurant says thanks for your continued patronage for lunch, dinner, or any occasion. Katera's Mexican Restaurant, truly one of Hayes' favorite restaurants since 1984.
USD 489, Hayes Public Schools. Educating a community for life.
When it comes to protecting your family and planning your future, rely on Tim Schumacher, a licensed insurance and investment professional. The New England Financial Group, 1001 Milner, Hayes.
Something's always in season at Sportsman Supply, 2520 Vine in Hayes.
At Chase Insurance of Hayes, the person who wrote your insurance policy will also service your policy. Chase Insurance, 14th and Main, Hayes.
The Mad Matter, preserving memories for a lifetime for nearly 20 years in Hayes. Framing and creatively matting pictures, senior portraits, graduation announcements, needlework, even memorabilia.
AA Sporting Goods, packed full of your favorite quality athletic wear, featuring Arnswear shorts and jerseys. Available at AA Sporting Goods on the Mall, Hayes.
For great appetizers, steaks, burgers, and sandwiches, it's Coach's, 13th and Canterbury.
The future's not that far away, and you'll be able to manage in the future if you manage your investments today. Your college and retirement funding specialist since 1937, the Meckenstock Group, 1407 Main, downtown Hayes.
Hello once again, everyone, and welcome back to Lewis Field Stadium for tonight's contest between the TMP Marian Monarchs and the Ellsworth Bearcats on the season premiere of the Cable 14 Game of the Week. And it has been all Monarchs take away one Ellsworth play, their first play from scrimmage in the first half. And the Monarchs are on top here, 22-0. Their first score came on I believe it was a 4-yard run by Jason Wiley, capped an 85-yard Monarch drive. That was in the first quarter. In the second quarter, with 8:57, Bloom hit Staab on a 92-yard touchdown pass, and it was 14-0 Monarchs. Monarchs missed a field goal, a 34-yard attempt by T.J. Gottschalk, and then Brenner intercepted a pass with 2:30 left in the first half and returned it for a Monarch touchdown. Monarchs went for two, got the two-point conversion. And that brings us to our score now, 22 for the TMP Marian Monarchs and nothing for Ellsworth.
What a way to start a season. Up 22 points at half.
Now they just can't let it get away from him here. So we're about ready to go here for our second half of football.
Boy, that sounded good. Football.
It does. I'm glad we're back in football season.
Okay, looks like we're having our team captains going to meet out there at midfield.
And hey, folks, we're going to bring you every week. We're going to be bringing you. Last year we did 6 games, was it, Jeff?
We brought you 6, 3 of each.
3 of each. This year we're doing every home game for Hayes High and TMP. Next week, I believe it's Junction City comes to town. Let me take a look at that. It is. To take on the Indians. After tonight's home opener here and season opener for the Monarchs, they will be on the road for 3 weeks. And the Indians will be here at Lewis Field Stadium. Check the Monarchs schedule here for you. They'll travel to Hoisington next week, then they'll go to Larned, and then Chapman before they're back here to take on Ulysses, last year's Kansas State Class 4A runner-up. Ulysses Tigers will come to Lewis Field Stadium for the Monarchs' next home game after tonight. Monarchs then will play Pratt. Then they'll travel to here at Lewis Field. Then they'll travel to Goodland. Back here at Lewis Field against Scott City, and they'll wrap up the season at Colby. I shouldn't say wrap up the season because what we've seen so far tonight, Monarchs may be in the state playoffs for a first time in quite some time. At any rate, they wrap up at Colby. That'll be on October 30th. And that'll be district play, Scott City and Colby games.
The TMP's really impressed me on both sides of the ball tonight. They look really good defensively. They're moving the ball. They're not committing a lot of errors. They're playing smart. They're not missing a lot of tackles. It's just good football.
And, you know, Jeff, it's a good time to bring up a subject that I want to talk about.
Let's see.
I bet you don't know what it is.
No? I can take a few guesses.
I'm looking for it here in all my paperwork, and I know I don't have much time here left if I want to bring it up. during this game.
You're going to bring up that French poetry again, aren't you?
Hayes High and TMP Marian last played each other in 1986.
And I was at that game.
When Tom Cross's Indians shut out Gene Flax's, not this Gene Flax's, Monarchs, 10-0. The intra-city rivalry was discontinued the next season in all sports with the exception of possible meetings in tournament play. So I want to throw a question to everybody here as we get it set to go underway here. I want to know what everybody out there thinks of trying to reestablish sports contests between our two local high schools.
I would like, for one, no, can I say something?
I suppose so. You're going to say it anyway, so.
I would like to see it. I think it'd be fun.
I've been talking to quite a few people. I've talked to both coaches. I've talked to some TMP alumni. And I've yet to find anybody that would not like to see it start happening again. The thing you have to look at, nice gate, you get a nice crowd, another home game for each team rather than traveling. So at any rate, we're set to go here. Monarchs are up 22-0 here. At the start of the second half, TJ Gottschalk will kick off to the Bearcats. Let's see if he can put this one in the end zone. Nice kick. This one's going to land on about the 5, take a bounce. It just kind of stops in its tracks. And
he makes the tackle. Not only does it kick the ball, but I think he also came in on the tackle.
He was in on the tackle on the return there. For Ellsworth was number 3, check that back. That's the wrong roster. Mark Coles. So another nice kick by TJ, and the Monarch kicking team once again
putting them deep in their own territory.
Puts Ellsworth deep in their own territory. This drive will start at the 15-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 from there.
Looks like tackles made by number 12.
Flax in on the stop there for the Monarchs, along with number 64, Mitch Rupp. Mitch is a 5'9", 180-pound senior. Hoffman also in on the stop.
It's always tough, first game of the season. You're not too fresh or not too up on the numbers and names, and it's a whole learning process.
Yeah, hopefully we'll learn each year. Matter of fact, with each sport, you have to, I know a lot of the players, especially TMP's got a lot of players back from last year, but it's still, when you've been doing other sports in between, it just takes a little while. I'm sure they'll become real familiar. There's a pass and a fumble. Monarchs are going to get it. Brenner comes up with the football for the Monarchs. So the completed pass and then the fumble, and we've got another turnover.
I tell you, Adam is just playing some really good football tonight.
Yes, he is. 11:01 left to go here in the third quarter. Monarchs on top 22-0, and they have the football back again, and they're going to start here at the Ellsworth 31-yard line. So Monarchs looking to add to that 22-0 lead.
Coach Flax has to be happy with the performance of his defense tonight.
It's going to be a fun interview when we talk to Gene after this game.
I think he might enjoy talking to us here. A lot easier to start the season off.
Wiley gets the call there. What a run by Wiley there as he follows his blockers. He's brought down by Justin Salyers for the Bearcats. Nice run there by Jason Wiley, and I might mention also, give his line some credit there. Nice blocking.
They're making some holes, aren't they?
When your linemen make the blocks and your runners appreciate that by following those blocks. Monarchs are moving the football. It's 2nd and short here. Brenner, I believe, got the call there, and now we've got another fumble, and Ellsworth now comes up with the football. So I'm not sure whether it was Brenner.
Just like that, Ellsworth has the ball again. I don't know if he was stripped or never did quite get the ball. I didn't quite see from up here.
So at any rate, with 10:22 left, Ellsworth has the football back, and now they'll start this one just inside their own 20-yard line.
Well, it's time to do it again. Let's put the big hurt on them.
First and 10, Ellsworth here. They're down 22-0. just underway in the second half here from Lewisfield Stadium. And there's a handoff up the middle.
Nice run wrapped up by, let's see, number
Flax
8.
was one, or no, check that.
Jason
No,
Wiley.
Jason Wiley was one of the Monarchs in on the stop, and it was Flax. Wiley and Flax in on the stop.
You know, it's good to see a lot of seniors out in football. Like you said, what, they have 12?
They have 10 out this year. They only had 4 last year.
That sure does help.
Okay, so it's going to be 2nd and 2 here for the Bearcats as they try to get back into this football game. And now we're going to have an offsides as it looked like the left tackle jumped off early.
You know what, Larry?
What's that?
I can slip this sponsor in real quick.
Do that.
Walmart.
Walmart, always.
Always low prices. Always Walmart. Always.
Always.
If you want it, chances are they've got it.
Hey, you know, and I got to say something since we had a quick sponsor there, and we're about ready to do another play here anyway. I'm
Yes, sir.
telling you, people, I'm going to get down on my knees and beg.
Not here.
Go into these sponsors and tell them you appreciate them bringing you the Cable 14 game
You
of the week,
betcha.
because, folks, we couldn't do it without them.
If you're there, it would probably mean quite a bit to hear thank you.
That's right. Even if you don't, you know, you go to Walmart and maybe you don't need anything that day, you're just there with a friend, go see Mark or one of the employees there and tell them you appreciate it.
Lofted
And
one
there's
up there. Thought he was going to pick that one off.
You know, it was almost intercepted, was almost caught, just overthrown.
Was that Adam Brenner again in there?
Brenner was back on defense. Bieker was back on defense. Flax, I believe, was back on defense for the Monarchs there. Wiley was back there. 9:25 left to go here. It's going to be 3rd and 7 now for the Bearcats. But I can't stress that enough to, you know, these people make the Cable 14 game of the week possible, and we sure appreciate it. And we would ask, you know, if you want to continue to see more and more high school local sports, we'd appreciate it if you'd let them know. There's another pass, and Brenner's on defense there. The catch is made, and it's going to be just enough for a first down. Number 81 on with the catch there, Derek Ploutz. He's been on the receiving end of, or at least the intended receiver on most of their passes. I believe he caught the long bomb early in the game for Ellsworth. But, you know, you got to say something there, too, Jeff, about this TMP defense. They had that long bomb right down the field just like that. They're inside that, 20-yard line, whatever it was. And the defense held. No score was made.
They weren't rattled. Held their composure.
There's a carry up the middle, and it
Looks like he was stopped in number 55. That would be Scott Thomason.
Scott Thomason on the stop there for the Monarchs.
Hey, I'm getting better at spotting these numbers, aren't I? I'm
Well,
trying to help you out a little more.
I've told you I was a little rusty at this, and, you know, I'm used to, you know, baseball, of course, is a lot more slow-moving game than what football is, so you know, and
We'll make the adjustment.
so, yeah, just give us a little time here. So it's 2nd down and 4 here for the Bearcats. They're down 22-0. Quarterback keeper, and coming around and making a nice tackle there
There's number
for the Monarchs.
Scott Thomason again in there.
There's
number
Thomason
55.
again.
2 tackles back to back.
But it is a first down. Comes with 8:38. First and 10 on the 48-yard line. Or check that, 43-yard line of Ellsworth. And once again, they're going to stay on the ground. And now Jason Wiley and a couple other Monarchs here. We'll try to check some numbers here for you. Flax was one of them, or T.J. Gottschalk checked that. 64 was also in on that. Mitch Rupp.
I think Jason Wiley was also involved in that.
Yes, he was.
We had them all. Number 70 checks in for TMP, Brandon Zimmerman.
Pickup of about 3.
Brandon's a 5'11", 200-pound senior.
I was just down talking to Jarrett Staab's father at halftime. He did get to see the touchdown pass, but he didn't get to see the pass. He got here late and didn't get to see the pass his boy caught earlier in the game. But guess what?
If he's watching this,
He said he's going to watch it tomorrow. Norman Staab. Want to say, hey, Norman?
Hey, Norman.
Hey, Norman. Boys had a good game. As have most of the Monarchs here tonight.
Looks like got about, what, 4 yards on that?
Speaking of Staab, he checks in now. Drees will come out. Also checking in is Ryan Hoffman. And Ryan Werth checks out. So it's 3rd down and 5 here. Let's see if
we
they'll put it in the air here.
I think they might keep this on the ground.
And they do. And there's enough for another first down.
He's got it, I believe.
Yes, he
Depends on the
does.
mark. Yep, that's a first. This is going to be close.
Scott Thomason again, once again, one of the Monarchs in on the stop. They're going to measure for this one, but it appears from this angle, which I'm sitting right on the 45-yard line, that he hasn't made, and he does.
Larry, another sponsor for tonight's game. I'll get in real quick here. Is USD 489. We just got done talking about them. Wishing you could see you playing TMP again. Hayes Public Schools, educating a community for life. Want to thank USD 489 for that.
Okay, 1st and 10 here, 6:36 to go. Monarchs on top. There's a late pitch out, and he breaks a couple of tackles, and look out here, Bieker misses.
Brought down
Finally, a couple of Monarchs are able to bring him down. Number 55, Scott Thomason, is one of them, and I'm sorry I didn't catch the other.
Didn't see that one either. That was a fine run.
Yes, it was. Broke
and
several
Holding, it's
tackles.
coming back.
And there is a flag down. It's going to go back as Ellsworth retreats.
It's a big break for TMP there.
Yes, it is.
Coaches love to see that. Yeah.
Well,
our
coach.
Flax, I would say.
I'm sure Meckel doesn't really think it's too funny.
You know what, Larry?
What's that?
You know who you can rely on when it comes to protecting your family and planning for your future?
Who's that?
Tim Schumacher with the New England Financial Group.
Tim's a good guy.
He's a very good guy. When it comes to protecting your family and planning your future, rely upon Tim Schumacher, a 35-year resident of Hayes who understands your financial concerns. As a licensed insurance and investment professional, Tim can assist you in creating financial solutions you can trust. For more information or a free consultation, call Tim today, the New England Financial Group, 1000 Milner in Hayes.
Okay, 1st and 20 here now with the penalty for Ellsworth, so a fine run is called back. And now he's going to put it in the air again, and that's complete. And missing the tackle was Staab as he slipped and fell, and now slipping and falling.
Close to another first down.
For Ellsworth was Thomas Kepka.
Looks like he's going to be about, what? Oh, about a yard short of a first down.
So that's about a 19-yard gain on 1st and 20. Now there's one probably Meckel like to see.
Probably so.
2nd and 1 here, 5:47 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. On the Cable 14 game of the week. And there's another first down.
Wrapped up by, looks like what, number 12, Adam Bloom?
Bloom. I'm sorry, you have your roster wrong.
Oh, I do.
Yes.
That's Tom Flax.
You know Tom Flax is number 12. Bloom is number 14. That was my mistake.
Actually, it was my mistake. I'm looking right here on the official TMP Marian Monarchs football roster.
Oh, well, then they messed up. And we've got a timeout here with 5:31. It's 22-0. Monarchs on top.
Hey, you know what?
What?
It's time for me to read some more sponsors. How about we have Fisher Furniture. Fisher Furniture features...
You can't talk about them.
We can't.
Oh, we can talk about them. It's less talk and more saving.
That's
okay,
right.
Go ahead. I knew there was something about talking there. Dave's a good guy.
You've got me all messed up now. Here I am.
I'm sorry.
Fisher Furniture features name brand furniture, bedding, carpet, ceramic tile, and Formica, and of course a great selection of the famous Lane recliners. Larry, I've seen your recliner. You need to go visit with Dave. Fisher Furniture open 7 days a week at 2414 Vine. Fisher Furniture, where you always get
less talk and
more savings.
Go see Davey.
628-2850. Have you got those springs pushed back into your recliner yet? Yeah.
No, but the right arm is falling off.
You're left-handed.
5:31 here left to go. It's a 1st and 10 for Ellsworth here.
Hey, we got a ball game.
As they are still trying to get on the board. Down 22-0 here to the Thomas More Prep Marian Monarchs.
And slowly running out of time.
Back to pass once again.
Oh,
This one could be a score. He's wide open. And there is your first score for Ellsworth. Those two getting a little hard for me to see, but looks like number 28. Brad Sherman.
Yes, that's
on
correct.
the receiving end of that
28.
one. From Kuzer, the quarterback. And just as I said, Ellsworth trying to get on the board, they do. And it's 22-6. Comes with 5:25 remaining in the 3rd quarter. So the Monarchs have to be careful here and not let Ellsworth get too pumped up, get back in this ball game.
Here's a good way to start it right now. Stop the 2-point conversion.
Going for 2 here is Ellsworth. Let's see if they put it in the air or keep it on the ground. They do keep it on the no, they pitch it out. They do stay on the ground.
Great.
Nice tackle there. Let's catch the Monarchs here who are in on that. Jason Wiley was one of them. The other one is still down and may be hurt.
And just twisted an ankle there on the tackle. That is
Bieker, Brad Bieker, and Jason Wiley in on the stop there.
He was going nowhere, according to those 2 young men.
I got to talk about Brad Bieker again. Boy, I tell you what, I was really impressed. I look for good things for him. He's only a junior this year. He was a pretty awesome player last year as a sophomore.
That's where you have the advantage last year, Larry. I was behind the camera most of the year last year.
Who else brings us this game, Jeff?
Well, funny you should
who
ask.
Who else is paying for this?
Coaches.
Ooh.
For great appetizers, steaks, burgers, and sandwiches, it's Coaches, featuring the half-pound burger, The Coach. Great lunch deals, and they're all-you-can-eat salad bar. I could use that right now. Children have the minor leaguers menu to choose from: chicken strips, steak fingers, corn dog nuggets, or grilled cheese, all served with fries. Open 7 days a week for lunch and dinner. The Family Sports Bar, Coach's Bar and Grill, where everyone gets to play, at the corner of 13th and Canterbury, 2000 East 13th in Hayes.
You know, and I'll bet if you go in there on Saturday, any Saturday, and tell them you want to watch the Cable 14 game of the week, they'll flip that TV over, and you can do that while you eat that. The Coach.
What are you doing tomorrow for lunch?
Cool.
I really don't want to listen to you again. I get enough of that right here.
Okay, 22-6. Monarchs on top. Ellsworth gets their first score of the season. And this one's taken by Wiley.
Jason Wiley up the middle here.
And follows his blocking once again, but he's brought down at about the 28-yard line. So nice return by Jason. So the Monarchs will go back to work from their own 27-yard line, or 28, almost the 29.
I'd like to see about a 5, 6, 7-minute drive here.
Yeah, that's what they probably need right now. Once again, talked to Gene Flax before the game, and he wanted to, you know, kind of do like they did last year, do ball control and march right down the field. They weren't able to do that on their first possession. And there's a handoff to Flax, or T.J. Gottschalk, excuse me. I'm still getting 11 and 12 messed up. I'm sorry, guys, but I'm learning your numbers. T.J. Gottschalk has had a pretty good game, too. Staab checks back in now for the Monarchs.
Well, now, Larry, who is number 12, Tom Flax or Adam Bloom?
Tom Flax is number 12. That's my fault on the roster that I make. I just should tell folks I make my roster a little bit bigger print than the official roster so I can read it a little easier.
There you go.
Until I learn the names.
2nd and 7.
Bloom hands that one off, fakes it to one back, hands off to the other. But
it's like T.J. Gottschalk once again.
It was Gottschalk once again, and doesn't fool Ellsworth, and it's going to be third and
what,
7? About 7?
Looks like about 7 yards to go. We got number 2, Chris Drees, checking in. Chris, another senior. So I guess my original question is, what number would Adam Bloom be?
Adam Bloom is number 14. I'm sorry. The quarterback. He's the guy that they center the ball to.
Well, then what number is Matt Bloom?
He is, I'm sorry. Matt Bloom is number 14. Who were you asking? Now I'm all messed up. And there's a pass. Oh, and just over the outstretched arms. Let's check to see who that was here. Well, Ben Bollig.
Haben.
I'm sorry, Jeff. Now, see, you're messing me up.
Well, see, I've got a problem here. Do we not have an Adam Bloom and a Matt Bloom?
Oh, now that could be.
I show here Adam Bloom as a freshman.
Well, then he's not on my roster. That explains that, doesn't it?
There you go. TMP's back to kick.
Okay, Bieker. And I hear a cellular phone going. Bieker back to kick here. And end over end. And there's a fumble. It's picked up by T.J. Gottschalk, and he's going to score on it. It appears we might have a flag on about the 43-yard line. We'll check it here. I can't tell whether that's a flag or... No, it is not a flag. That's a piece of a padding. And T.J. Gottschalk off the hit. And I apologize. I didn't catch who made the hit. But the ball bounced right into the arms. Nice bounce right into T.J. Gottschalk's arms, and he takes it in for the Monarchs score. And it's 28-6 here, TMP. Just like that.
Way to go, TJ. I bet he's got a proud dad on the sideline right there.
I'll bet he does too.
Chris, that's your boy.
Wow, what a play. Let's take a look at that one again after the extra point attempt here.
We can do that.
Okay. I've got to see that one again.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. And the extra point attempt will be made by Ryan Hoffman here. And is good. So the Monarchs are up 28-6 with 3:38 left to go in the third quarter, or 29-6, check that, with the extra point. What a ball game. What a play. Let's take a look at that one again real quickly here. Look at that.
Wow.
Isn't that something?
That's the way the ball bounces.
What a bounce. That was. I tell you what, bounces right into his arms.
Larry, we wouldn't have seen that replay if it was not for Insurance Planning, one of our another fine sponsors.
Cool. That's right, we wouldn't have.
Insurance Planning, where you insure with confidence for business, personal, life, and health. Fast, fair claim service, and a loss prevention and safety engineering program. Insurance Planning Incorporated, your independent insurance agent. You always know you're getting the right coverage at the right price. Insurance Planning Incorporated, 3006 Broadway in Hayes. Andy Rupp, Larry Kaspers, and that name you like so much, Dale Chaffin.
Chaffin. Laughing Chaffin.
625-5605.
Guess who is kicking off here for TMP?
The man.
The man of the hour, T.J. Gottschalk. Has he had a game or what?
He's got a couple fans up here tonight.
Him and Brenner, and I tell you what, I shouldn't mention names like that because the whole team here, this is a team effort. They look absolutely awesome this year. What I think you're going to find is a pretty good Ellsworth team by the time the year is over.
It's like it was brought down by we have number 55, is it? Number 55 and a number
53, Daniel Munch was one of them. 55, Scott Thomason, and you say number 12, which would be Tom Flax.
I'm not going to go there again, those two number 12s again. I have a problem with that number 12.
3:33 left to go here in the third quarter. And boy, I tell you what, Jeff, Cable 14 Game of the Weeks like this are fun.
You better believe it.
You know, we never got to see last year on the Cable 14 Game of the Week, we never got to see a TMP victory.
No, we did not.
Well, we're making up for that this year.
And it was wrapped up by everyone. 51.
51 was one of them, Jason Dechant. 215-pound junior in on the stop, and half the rest of the Monarch team.
Was Josh Kaberline wrapped up in there too, number 77?
I believe he was. And Jarrett Staab now checks back in for the Monarchs, and Bieker will take a rest. T.J. Gottschalk on the sidelines
getting a well-deserved rest.
Well-deserved rest and a drink of water right now, and I know you can't see that, and I'm not supposed to talk about things you can't see. So 2:55 left to go here. 29-6 Monarchs over the Bearcats of Ellsworth. There's putting the ball back in the air and just throws it behind the intended receiver.
They've used that play several times, that quick little slant pass there. It's been working for him pretty good. Coming off the line right toward the middle. That's a Jerry Rice play if I've ever seen one. Speaking of Jerry Rice.
No, I guess we won't the rest of this year.
That's too bad. see one of those old-timers like that out there, and it's kind of sad to see that happen.
What would we want to watch a pro football game for when we can watch the Cable 14 high school game of the week?
Exactly.
Exactly.
But see, what the nice thing about it, we run on Saturday. You know, so much football.
That's
Sunday.
cool. Okay,
And
third down, and 12 here for Ellsworth. So they're in a hole quickly here after the Monarchs score on the
pass up the middle.
completed pass. That's going to be good for a first down. Try to catch your defense here. Wiley was in, and Brenner's in there, and Flax is in there on defense for the Monarchs.
Larry?
Yes.
Speaking of football.
Okay, aren't we?
What a football weekend we have on Cable 14 this weekend, as tomorrow, tomorrow would be the Bill Snyder TV show.
Tomorrow night, Kansas State Wildcat football.
And what a football program they have turned that into being.
Okay, 1st and 10 here from the 37-yard line, it appears, 38 for Ellsworth, and they'll keep this one on the ground. And
it's brought up the middle there.
Flax and Staab in on the stop for the Monarchs. Nice run by the Ellsworth running back, who was, I don't know. He's not on my roster. Isn't that odd? Isn't that odd? Oh, he's 23. Yes, he's on my roster. I thought he was 33. Michael Gray.
Okay, now it's time to stop him.
1st and 10 here from midfield. And Flax getting in there. Who else is along with him there? Number 51, Jason Dechant, and number 12, Tom Flax. Nice play by the two Monarchs there. And they're going to bring it back. Say he had forward progress right at the line of scrimmage. 1:43 now left in the third quarter here.
You know, getting back to that K-State show, that's going to be on tomorrow night at 6 to 11, Channel 14. So what a weekend for football. Got a little bit of local stuff and a little bit of K-State. Keep everybody happy.
Okay, 2nd and 10 here. Oh, and there was almost too far of a pitch.
It's a strong runner there. Finally brought down by, looks like we have number 2, Mr. Chris Drees.
Chris Drees in on the stop. Wiley missed there, as did a couple other Monarchs. Strong running back.
You know, that kind of stems back to what I was saying a little bit ago about seniors. That when you have this many seniors, it kind of helps out with the leadership, I would think.
I'm going to ask if he can. I don't even know if he can even do it yet. We're coming down on the end of the third quarter here. We're at 49 seconds. And I'll say it right after this play here.
Back in the I formation. No, they like running out of that.
3rd and 4. Back to pass. And it's complete. But it's going to be good for a first down, but could have been a lot worse there. So that'll stop the clock with 30 seconds left. And what I was going to say was, I'm going to ask our cameraman, Ryan Beisner, to, at the quarter break, if you can get a shot of this crowd here. This is the biggest crowd I've seen at a TMP game here
hey, would you
in
look
quite
at that.
some time. And we'll try to give you a shot of it here at the quarter break. So a lot of people in Hayes looking for bigger and better things from the Monarchs this season is obvious here tonight.
1st and 10 here for Ellsworth.
36 seconds left to go in the quarter, and their stuff.
I think
that's going to be about a 2 or 3 yard loss.
That's miscombobulated.
Another miscommunication there. And
looks like a fumble.
Was there a fumble on the play? It appears there was. And the Monarchs have it with 25.8 seconds left in the quarter here.
And the important thing about that, they stopped the drive. They're moving the ball really well.
So the Monarchs with nice field position here will start out at their own 39-yard line. Holy cow.
I've never understood that expression.
Well, I tell you what, this is fun. 29-6 Monarchs. I tell you what, next week at TMP is going to be one big party, I think. Back to pass is Bloom.
He's got a
Bieker wide open, and it's broken up. Bieker wide open at the 40-yard line. Had the ball a little underthrown, had to wait for it. or that had touchdown written all over it.
That's what they teach those kids. Get in there and strip that ball out. It's a fine job.
So good defense by Ellsworth there. Bieker was out there all by himself, but when you have a little speed in the backfield, with evidently Ellsworth does have, you can make up a lot of space in a short period of time there, and that Bieker had to wait on that ball by Bloom. Now he pitches it out this time to Wiley. Wiley has a hole, and he crosses the 45-yard line to about the 46, and that's probably going to end the third quarter here. So after 3 quarters of play, now the clock is stopped with 9.3 seconds left, and it's going to be third down.
Now we're going to run her out.
Now it's going to run out. So after 3 complete, it's the TMP Marian Monarchs 29 and the Ellsworth Bearcats 6.
Let's get a look at that crowd.
And we're going to take a look at the crowd here now, if we can get cameraman Ryan Beisner to take a look at it. Very awesome. I mean, if you scan the whole crowd here, a lot of people here at the ball game tonight. Jeff, as we look at the crowd here, who else brings us this game?
Okay, tonight's game is being brought to you. I cannot talk tonight, Larry. Is being brought to you. Is being brought to you by Commercial Builders Incorporated. They've earned a reputation for keeping construction costs under control by building on target, on time, and on budget. And in today's world, that is real important. Commercial Builders Incorporated are general contractors that build with the community in mind. From Butler Mill buildings to custom homes and the largest commercial structures. You can build on their experience. Commercial Builders Incorporated, 2717 Canal Boulevard. In Hayes, listed in the Feist area-wide yellow pages. Give old Gary Weatherby a call at 628-1031.
Gary's another one. Some of these I throw in some personal thank yous. I know Gary. Boy, he supports a lot of local athletics. Not only does he do the games of the week, he's done every one I think that we've ever done. He does the wrestling, and I just want to send out a thank you to Gary that we appreciate it, and I'm sure the fans of Hayes and the people of Hayes appreciate that. Support your people here that support your local high school athletics.
Well, I think you should just go by, pick them up tomorrow, and take them out to lunch then.
Yeah, I think he'd build me a new house.
Well, I'm sure if you pay him, he probably would.
Okay, Monarchs, 3rd and about 3 here. That's a pitch out to Wiley, and he gets the first down across the 50-yard line. Monarchs cross midfield and are once again in Ellsworth territory as Wiley fights for a couple extra yards there to get across the yardstick. And the Monarchs pick up a first down. They're up here 29-6. We're underway in the 4th quarter.
Right at midfield.
1st and 10 Monarchs. Bloom hands off to,
I
believe that was Brenner again, but I'm not sure.
Oh, I tell you what,
No, that was
T.J. Gottschalk, wasn't it?
T.J. Gottschalk. Checking in now is Jarrett Staab. Sure would like to see them throw to him again deep. That looked good.
Well, let's just see it right here. We were calling a few things right during those Larks games. Let's see if we can just predict them here again. Jarrett setting up wide out here on the left side of the field.
Bieker on the far side, and he is back to throw. He's looking for Staab. He's open. Oh!
Larry, we almost called that one again.
Staab was open, just the ball thrown just a little over his outstretched arms.
I thought we had 6.
It had 6 written on it. It looked like it to me, but so it'll be 2nd and about 6.
I think they heard us predict that.
They must have.
They sent that in really quick. Looks like we have a flag on Tampa. Yeah, there's a flag on the field.
It appears we have a penalty on the Monarchs as they're marching back. Good to see the nice crowd out here at Lewis Field Stadium supporting the TMP Marian Monarchs. Hope we see the same thing next week when the Indians will be in town for their home opener against Junction City. Indians playing at Liberal. Well, that's a tough way to start out every year.
Yeah.
The number 1 ranked team in the state. Then they have to play Garden City here in a couple of weeks. They're the number 2 ranked team in 6A and almost the number 1 ranked. But anyway, let's talk more Monarchs. We're having fun here tonight as Bloom keeps the ball himself, brings it to the 40-yard line. So after the 15-yard penalty, and quite honestly, I didn't catch what it was for. That's going to make it
3rd and 20.
3rd and 20. So, and guess who comes back into the ball game? Number 80 there, Jarrett Staab checks back in.
Let's just kind of see
You'd
if they
have to think that
going to him.
there's a good chance they might be putting this one in the air. What do you do at 3rd and 20?
Line up on our side again, once again.
Be interesting to see what Gene Flax calls here. May do a draw play. No, they're going to pitch out to Wiley.
Good block.
And he breaks it.
Nice spin move. Almost gets close to that first
Nice
down.
move around the 48-yard line and gets across the 45 to the 42, I believe. Just shy of the first down. Now they're going to mark it at the 43, 44-yard line, just inside.
A fine run by Jason.
Yes, it was.
Excellent block up there for him, too.
So let's see what the Monarchs will do here, if they'll punt the football or try to pick up the 3 or 4 yards here for the first down. We'll call it a long 4.
I think they're going to go for it here, Larry.
It appears that they will.
You're up 29-6. You're in that zone there. You just may as well go for it.
9:37 left in the football game. And the Monarchs here. Bloom hands off to Wiley. He's got the first down.
Fine play.
Jason Wiley picks it up for the Monarchs, and the drive is alive with 9:28 left to go.
Going to move the chains. That keeps the drive alive, takes more time off that clock, and go home with a W. Jarrett Staab checks back into the game.
You know, Jeff, we need to move back outside. It's cold in here.
Well, I don't think anyone saw me. I went over there and turned the thermostat down to about 50.
1st and 10 Monarchs from the 39-yard line. And there's a handoff.
Number 62.
Well, Wiley picks up 62 on the tackle? No, Wiley took the handoff. I don't know where you got number 62.
Number 62, Travis Schmidt, tackle his own guy. I thought, for some reason, I thought he was the ball carrier. I don't know why.
So it'll be 2nd and 10 here. No gain on the play. And there's the call to Wiley once again. He picks up a couple here, maybe 3.
Looks like we're going to have about 3rd down and 6.
I would say at this point with 8:27 left, Flax is pretty well going to keep the ball on the ground.
Larry, I think telephone's for you.
Tell him I'm busy.
That's probably commercial builders wanting to know if you want to get started on your house tomorrow.
That could be.
And once again, Jarrett's back in the game.
I don't think they may throw it here. 3rd and 7. They may have to put it back in the air to keep this drive alive here. And they're going to Staab. There's the timing pattern. Staab's got this one.
Look at that.
He's down to the 5-yard line. On the timing pattern there, Staab run under that one.
Larry, he put that ball where it had to be. It had to be there. It's a fine pass and a fine catch by that young man.
That's where you show that they've been working on in practice. When a quarterback starts working well with his receiver, that was strictly a timing pattern. Staab was barely off the line of scrimmage, and that ball was in the air.
Why can't we work like that together?
So the Monarchs are going to be 1st and goal from the 6-yard line. They're already up 29-6 here. There's 7:43 left in this one, and there's the handoff to Brenner. He's going to get just inside the 5-yard line before he's driven back, so it's going to be 2nd and goal from there. 29-6 Monarchs, and they're threatening to add more here. They spot it right on the 5-yard line.
And there's the hero of the last couple minutes, number 80, checking back in. One would have to think once again.
Jarrett Staab with a couple of key catches here tonight. And just this whole Monarch team has just played fabulous tonight. Defensively and offensively. There is a pitch out to Bieker. No, it's to Ryan Hoffman. He brings it inside the 5 to about the 3. And now he's getting up slowly. After that carry, looks like he may have twisted an ankle. He's going to come out, and Wiley's going to come back in.
Larry, that gives me a chance to mention another one of our sponsors.
Let's do that.
Down. Kansas Mobile Glass. Kansas Mobile Glass says, you don't know this one. Give us a break. Dependable auto, truck, and farm equipment. Glass installed in the shop at 2306 Vine and Hayes or at your location anywhere in Northwest Kansas. 24-hour service. Call to schedule and be assured it'll be done on time. Kansas Mobile Glass at 2306 Vine and Hayes.
Want to welcome them as one of the Cable 14 sponsors, and that's why I didn't know that, Jeff.
And Oldham Sales. Quality mechanics, service shops, and do-it-yourselfers know they can rely on Oldham Sales for dependable auto parts like standard ignition parts, 4 seasons, heating, and air conditioning parts. And I'll bring you the rest of that after this play.
3rd and goal from the 3. Here come the Monarchs. There's the handoff to Wiley. He's down to the goal line, but not quite in, I don't believe.
Some of the Monarchs are signaling touchdown, but no official sign yet. It looks like it's just on the line.
We're going to be 4th and inches, and I mean that ball is spotted about as close to the goal line as you can get without being in it. So Monarchs not able to get a first down, so they've got to take it in the end zone, and it's 4th down here. Jarrett Staab brings in the play for the Monarchs.
That ball is on the line. I would say quarterback keeper, Larry. Punch her in.
We'll find out. And it is.
There she is.
And he is. He's in for the touchdown as Matt Bloom. So the Monarchs, with 5:52 left in the football game, are now up 35-6 over the Ellsworth Bearcats. And now you can finish that one, Jeff.
How about if I just start over again?
Okay.
Oldham Sales, quality mechanics, service shops, and do-it-yourselfers know they can rely on Oldham Sales for dependable auto parts like standard ignition parts, 4 seasons heating and air conditioning parts, and high-grade emission parts and accessories. Everything to get you back on the road. Your automotive jobber since 1948. Oldham Sales, 10th and Allen and Hayes. Delmer Dinkle, 625-2547.
Cool. TJ Gottschalk will attempt the extra point here. Monarchs up 35-6 with 5:52 remaining in the football game, and this one is up. And it's good.
And it's good. Good.
TJ Gottschalk's got a good foot on him. You know it?
Taught him everything he knows. Wait until you see me kick in a couple weeks.
Okay, well, 5:52 left to go in the football game. Our score now 36-6. TMP on top of Ellsworth here.
And guess what time it is?
What time is it?
Advantage Glass Plus time.
Cool.
Advantage Glass Plus does more than just windshields. They also sell and install air conditioners, sunroofs, cruise controls, security alarms, car stereos, and more. Advantage Glass Plus comes to your workplace, home, or any location to install your windshield or make a glass repair. They replace glass on cars, trucks, and industrial equipment, plus you can find truck accessories and more. Advantage Glass Plus is an authorized 3M Scotch tint dealer, so start defending your vehicle against heat, glare, broken glass, and fabric fading today. Get the advantage with Advantage Glass Plus, located just north on I-70 on Vine and Hayes, locally owned and operated, listed in the Feist area-wide yellow pages.
Cool.
Hearing those fight songs, just you know you're back in high school football. You know it.
Really. The Cable 14 game of the week. What a dandy we have tonight for our premiere of the 1997 football season.
Starting it off with a bang, I guess you could say.
Now, just all I need to hear now is that Hayes High's doing the same thing in Liberal.
I should have brought a radio. I did not bring one.
Well, by the time you watch this, folks, you'll already know, won't you? So it doesn't matter whether you brought a radio or not.
Well, that's not true. Maybe someone didn't already hear the score.
Okay. Anyway, 36-6 now. TJ Gottschalk kicks it off. This one is down on the 2-yard line.
Fine,
nice return so far, but once again, the Monarchs, Staab is one of those Monarchs in for the stop. Check 55, Scott Thomason in, and a couple other Monarchs in on the stop there. But once again, they've held the Ellsworth Bearcats inside the 20-yard line, and that's the kickoff team's job. So once again, I will say the entire Monarch team has just played darn near flawlessly tonight.
TJ's doing a good job getting that ball down pretty close to the end zone every time he kicks it.
See, I talked earlier about the bringing back the TMP Monarch Hayes High contest. Oh, that was not a fumble. He got the pitch away just in time. I thought it was a fumble.
Who's that, Larry? Number 9?
Just
93.
about the time he got hit.
Do you have a listing for number 93?
For who?
For Thomas More Prep.
Well, that would be on.
I do not have him.
Well, then if you don't have him, I certainly don't. I didn't know there was a 93.
Maybe
Are you sure it wasn't Bieker? 33?
That could have been it. It's kind of hard for me to see up here, Larry. I got a little bit of a glare off this window here.
At any rate, it's a gain of about, it's like 6 or 7 yards here. We'll see where it's marked at.
Maybe it was 83 I saw.
Oh, 2nd and 4.
It was Ben Bollig, I think.
Anyway, what I was going to say was, boy, I mean, I know it's too late for this year. Let's talk about getting maybe TMP playing Hayes High again. Quite a ball club here.
You betcha.
I think they could be competitive with the Indians. So 2nd and 4 here. 5:15 now left in the football game. From Lewis Field Stadium on the Cable 14 game of the week. Monarchs are in the backfield there, and that looked like Flax, I believe.
Up by Flax.
Yes, it was. Tom Flax in the backfield quickly. And that's going to go for a loss, I believe, of a yard. Yes, it is. So it'll be 3rd and 5 now. And just under 4:50 now to go in the football game. 36-6 our score. TMP Marian on top.
Back to pass.
And I think there was a little miscommunication there. Number 2, Gabe Bailey, I think broke the wrong way.
Got a fine catch by one of the coaches
And
there.
the quarterback, John Kuzer, threw the other. He was supposed to go out, and he went in. And so that'll bring up 4th and 5, and the Bearcats are going to have to punt again. Back deep this time for the Monarchs will be Mark Shields and Brad Bieker. So the Monarchs should come out of this with fine field position as Shields and Bieker are on their own 45-yard line.
Here
Bad
comes the
snap.
heat.
There's
Oh,
the
and it's
block
blocked.
punt. It's down inside the 10 and
Picked
coming
up
up
by
with
Ben
it.
Bollig.
Ben Bollig was in on the block and then also picks up the loose football, and the Monarchs are going to have good field position. They're going to be inside the 10-yard line at the 7, and they're going to tack on more here before this one's over. 4:17 now left to go. Jeff, did you catch who else blocked that
I
other?
did not see that. We could take another look at that again.
Let's take another look at that one real quick here.
See if Ben got in there real quick.
And now TMP will call a timeout. Boy, you just love to see plays like that. Everything seems to be going the Monarchs' way tonight. And a timeout on the field with 4:17 left to go. It's 36-6 TMP over Ellsworth, and TMP is threatening. Jeff, who we got left over there?
This game is brought to you in part by Great Plains Credit Union at Golden. Oh my gosh, I said Great Plains Credit Union. That would not be the right one. Golden Plains Credit Union. At Golden Plains Credit Union, the phrase "you belong" is not just a slogan, it's a philosophy of doing business. As a credit union member, you re-app the benefits. You re-app. I'm going to have to go back to school. How about reap? As a credit member, you reap the benefits of cooperative effort. You're not just a customer, you are a member owner. The advantages are passed on to you in higher paying share savings accounts and lower interest loans. Establishing your account at Golden Plains Credit Union is easy. Just visit a member service representative today. Becoming a member of Golden Plains is the best deal going. So start your account at a locally member-owned financial institution and find out why you belong. Golden Plains Credit Union at 2702 Broadway, an equal housing lender, member NCUA. Contact Kim Rupp at 628-1007. Re-app. Mercy.
The Monarchs call a timeout here, and now the official's going to blow the whistle to get the Monarchs back out on the field here. They're going to have it 1st and goal inside the 10-yard line. Second time in the last few minutes of this ball game that we've had the Monarchs have had the ball first and goal. Let's see if they can punch it in here again. Monarchs making their first game of the year a blowout now.
By Mark Shields.
Mark Shields, the ball carrier, and the clock is running, so I'm going to ask Jeff to get in another sponsor here real quickly so we can get these wrapped up with just under 4 minutes now left in the contest.
We can do that. Klein's Mortuary. Life itself is a wonderful and exciting game to play. When that game comes to an end, turn to the caring comfort of Klein's Mortuary. Since 1960, Klein's has helped the people in our area cope through those difficult times. Klein's Mortuary, Hayes and Victoria. Contact Koki Klein at 628-8822.
In at quarterback now is Tom Flax for the Monarchs as Bloom gets a rest with his team up 36-6, and there's a pitch out. Can't really catch a number there yet. 32, Mark Shields gets the carry. He brings it down to about the 4-yard line. Clock remains to run. 3:22 now left in the football game. And who else, Jeff?
We have the Meckenstock Group. The future's not that far away, and you'll be able to manage in the future if you manage your investments today. Your college and retirement funding specialist since 1937, the Meckenstock Group, 1407 Main, downtown Hayes. Call Mac, Bob, and Dave Meckenstock at 625-5601.
Okay, it's going to be 3rd and goal from the 4-yard line here for the Monarchs. Let's see if the second team offense can put it in the end zone here. They bring that one down to maybe the 2-yard line, 2 or 3-yard line. Check to see who the ball carrier was here for you. It was once again Mark Shields getting the call.
How about Hayes Cable TV Company, Eagle Communications, Larry?
Boy, you know, we wouldn't be here without them.
Locally providing cutting-edge technology and quality entertainment for pennies a day. Who else takes the steps locally to bring you cable in the classroom, telemedicine links, educational computer networks, local television news, weather and programming? You won't find anywhere else. Like this game you're watching right now. It's all available at the touch of a button, and many of these community services are provided to you free from Hayes Cable Television.
4th and goal here. Monarchs are going for it. It's going to be a keeper by the quarterback. He stopped just a bit short on about the 1-yard line. Flax tried to run it in himself. I believe that was Flax. Yes, it is. So the Monarchs, or the Bearcats, will take over with 2 minutes. We have the 2-minute warning, Jeff. So for the 2-minute warning here, as the Bearcats take over, our score 36-6, Monarchs on top. Who's that last sponsor we got?
2-minute warning, huh?
Yeah.
How about Blue Cross Blue Shield of Kansas? Since 1943, people of Northwest Kansas have relied on the assurance of Blue Cross Blue Shield of Kansas for health and life insurance. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Kansas, through the Hayes office, offers groups of 10 or more low group rates and a variety of products to customize your coverage. They offer help to make sure you're in compliance with the new Kennedy-Kassabaum laws and regulations that affect your health plan. And they serve as third-party administrators for self-funded programs. Call the leading insurer in the state, Blue Cross Blue Shield of Kansas. Your representative, Charlie Kroll, at 718 Main in Hayes.
Okay, 36-6 our score. Ellsworth deep in their own territory. They do get some running room there as the ball carrier brings it out to about the 4-yard line. Jason Wiley. Now we're really going to struggle with numbers here, Jeff, because I can see them bringing in the entire new defense here.
You'll let a little bit of everyone play tonight.
Well, what they did, they still had the first-team defense in there, I believe, hoping maybe to get a safety.
And there's a fine round of applause. Well deserved.
So he let the defense in. I guess I was wrong. They didn't want the safety. They wanted the crowd to have an opportunity to thank them, the kids, for playing such a fantastic ball game, which they have in there. I thought we had the safety. Anyway, they're still inside the 5-yard line. So even the backup defense here is playing well. 1:10 now left to go in the ball game, and I once again want to take an opportunity to thank all the sponsors, all the Cable 14 Game of the Week sponsors, for being along with us for this 1997 football season. It should be a fun ride. We've got 8 more games to go after tonight. Clock is running down under a minute now. $36-6 Monarchs. There's a pitch out. Boy, that was a dangerous pitch.
That was.
But Monarchs still hold them near the 5-yard line, and that's probably going to do it. There's 26 seconds now, and the clock is running. They're trying to get one more playoff, I believe, is Ellsworth. Let's see if they're going to be able to do it here.
That might just wrap her up, Larry. Well, Larry, what a way to start a season.
It is.
A very, very good opening game for the Thomas More Prep Marian Monarchs. I look forward to some good things this year.
Ellsworth is not going to get this one off as they stand in their own end zone with the clock. Time now expires, and the Thomas More Prep Marian Monarchs have started out the 1997 season on a fantastic note. Jeff, go here.
I would like to thank
Go ahead.
all of our sponsors tonight: RDH Electric, Coaches, M&D Excavating, Fisher Furniture, Insurance Planning, Commercial Builders Incorporated, Walmart, Harfman Accounting, Hayes Cable TV, Eagle Communications, The Strike Zone, Klein's Mortuary, Kansas Mobile Glass, Clean Right Janitorial Supplies, Oldham Sales, Advantage Glass Plus, Steel Fabrications, Golden Plains Credit Union, Thomas More Prep Marian High, Gutierrez Mexican Restaurant, Blue Cross Blue Shield of Kansas, the New England Financial Group, USD 49, the Beckenstock Group, Sportsman Supply, Chase Insurance, AA Sporting Goods, and last but not least, the Mad Matter. Thank you very much to all those fine sponsors.
Cool. Well, folks, the first one's in the books. That's your ball game. The final score, the TMP Marian Monarchs 36 and the Ellsworth Bearcats 6. From Lewisfield Stadium, I'm Larry Calvery, and for cameraman Ryan Beisner and my director and sidekick Jeff Durall, we'd like to say thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and be sure and watch us next week when Junction City comes to Lewisfield Stadium to take on the Hayes High Indians in the Indians home opener on the Cable 14 Game of the Week. So long, everyone, and Jeff, tell them bye.
Goodbye, and see you next week.
Congratulations, Gene Flax.
Cable 14 Local Sports. This week's Game of the Week is brought to you by
RDH